we covered a wide range of issues, and I think we've reached a substantial framework for the two leaders who will meet in Korea next Thursday.
Top Chinese and U.S. economic officials agreed on the framework for a trade agreement on Sunday, October 26th, as U.S. President Donald Trump said he was confident of hashing out a deal with Chinese President Xi Jinping when they meet in the coming days. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and Trade Representative Jamieson Greer met with Chinese Vice Premier Lifeng and top trade negotiator Li Chenggang on the sidelines of the ASEAN summit in Kuala Lumpur.
So this was the fifth meeting that I've had with my Chinese counterpart, the Vice Premier Lifeng, and we covered a wide range of issues, and I think we've reached a substantial framework for the two leaders who will meet in Korea next Thursday. So, on the table, the president had given me maximum leverage when he threatened 100% tariffs if the Chinese imposed their rare earth global export controls. So I think we have averted that, so that the tariffs will be averted. And we have a regular quarterly meeting with the Chinese. It was scheduled for November 10th. Or before November 10th. I don't think we will have to have that. So we have been rolling the tariffs quarterly. So we agreed on that. We also agreed on substantial agriculture purchases for U.S. farmers. We agreed that the Chinese would begin to help us with the precursor chemicals for this terrible fentanyl epidemic that's ravaging our country. So I would say that it was a very good meeting overall. I'm not sure. What you meant is they had threatened to put a global export licensing regime, and I believe that they are going to delay that for a year while they re-examine it.
For a fifth round of in-person discussions since May, I think we've reached a substantial framework for the two leaders who will meet in Korea next Thursday, Bessent said, speaking to ABC's Martha Raddatz from Kuala Lumpur. Bessent also said China will delay its expanded licensing regime for rare earths by a year and re-examine it after 2 days of trade talks in Malaysia. The president had given me maximum leverage when he threatened 100% tariffs if the Chinese imposed their rare earth global export controls. So I think we have averted that so that the tariffs will be averted, Bessent said.
Yesterday and today, the economic and trade teams from both China and the United States held discussions in Kuala Lumpur on issues of mutual concern. They conducted in-depth and candid discussions on economic and trade topics. And exchanges? The discussions covered a wide range of topics, including issues of concern to both sides. Export control issue, the issue of reciprocal tariffs and the possibility of further extending them for a longer period. Fentanyl tariffs and cooperation on fentanyl drug control. Further expanding trade. The U.S. Section 301 tariffs. Charges and related measures, among others. Both China and the United States held constructive discussions on these issues. The U.S. side expressed its position. It was a tough stance, while the Chinese side firmly defended its interests. After more than a day of very intense discussions, both sides addressed the aforementioned topics. They constructively explored some solutions to properly address each other's concerns. A preliminary consensus was reached. Next, each side will carry out its own internal approval procedures.
Trump arrived in Malaysia on Sunday for a summit of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, his first stop in a 5-day Asia tour that is expected to culminate in a face-to-face with Xi in South Korea on October 30th. After the talks, he struck a positive tone, saying, "I think we're going to have a deal with China. Both sides are looking to avert an escalation of their trade war after Trump threatened new 100% tariffs on Chinese goods and other trade curbs starting on November 1st, in retaliation for China's expanded export controls on rare earth magnets and minerals."
Confidence that the ceasefire in Gaza would hold?
I think it'll hold, yeah.
Do they believe it will?
Well, if it doesn't hold, if it does hold, that would be Hamas. Hamas will be not hard to take care of. It will be very quickly. But I hope it holds for Hamas too, because they gave us their word on something. They said they took out gang members. Well, I hope that's right. But they gave us their word on something. So I think it's going to. And if it doesn't, then they'll have a very, very big problem.
When will the stabilization force be in place, or when do you
Pretty
need it in
soon,
place?
pretty quickly.
Weeks,
So far,
months?
it's just, a period of time. You know, I don't want to give you, they're doing it right now. They're actually picking leaders right now. You're going to have peace in the Middle East. This is real peace. It's never happened before. 3,000 years, it's never happened. And great respect when he came to the airport, came onto the plane. That's never happened either. And he's a highly respected man. Okay, any other questions?
Let me ask you a
They
bit
would
more.
send peacekeeping troops into Gaza.
Yeah, they'll do it at the time they need them. And by the way, Israel will go in there very easily. You know that, right? So right there you have a country. But you have the Arab countries, or everybody, Muslim, Arab, Israeli, everybody's on board. It's been really an amazing thing. It's a great success.
Can I
And
ask you-
it's going to be a long-lasting, hopefully everlasting, but long-lasting.
What will Russia have to do for you to reschedule your meeting with Putin?
I'm going to have to know that we're going to make a deal. I'm not going to be wasting my time. I've always had a great relationship with Vladimir Putin, but this has been very disappointing. I thought this would have gone long before peace in the Middle East. I mean, we have Azerbaijan and Armenia. That was very tough. In fact, Putin told me on the phone, he said, boy, that was amazing, because everybody tried to get that done and they couldn't. I got it done. You had others that, if you look at India and Pakistan, I could say almost any one of the deals that I've already done, I thought would have been more difficult than Russia and Ukraine, but it didn't work out that way. There's a lot of hatred between the two, between Zelensky and Putin. There's tremendous hatred.
Will you discuss purchases of Russian oil with Xi Jinping? Are you worried about the Chinese?
I may be
buying Russian oil?
discussing it, but you know,
You've been
China's,
more vocal with the
I don't know,
Indians.
you probably saw it today, China's cutting back very substantially on the purchase of Russia oil, and India's cutting back completely, and we've done sanctions. Thank you very
What did
much,
you talk about
everybody.
with the
By the way,
Japanese
very,
Prime
very
Minister?
respectful. I appreciate it.
Mr. President, can you talk about what you hope to walk away from with the meeting with President
China?
Xi? Yes. What are you hoping to walk away?
I think a complete deal. I want our farmers to be taken care of, and he wants things also. We're going to be talking about fentanyl, of course. You know, fentanyl is killing a lot of people. A lot of people. It comes from China, and we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about a lot of things. I think we have a really good chance of making a very comprehensive deal.
Have you seen this NBA gambling investigation?
Yeah, terrible.
What do you think about it?
What do I think? I think it's very bad. I think it's terrible.